All right, so we'll start it up. All right, so
Okay.
guys, I want to welcome JNA Rockstars. I want to welcome John Mamando on tonight. He is basically a coronavirus survivor. Does that make sense,
Yeah,
John?
I guess you could call it that.
Yeah,
I'm actually the first New Jersey survivor,
I love
which is
that.
crazy because there were a
Yeah,
lot of people before me that had it, but I guess I was the first one to recover fully and come out of the hospital. So whatever you want to call it,
so good. Yeah.
whatever. I'm just
So
happy to
what?
be recovered. I don't care if I was first or 100th. I'm
No,
just
you're
glad
right. Yeah,
just glad I'm
yeah. God
recovered.
bless. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
What were like this? What were you didn't have any symptoms, right? And then you had
So,
some.
well, here's what happened. So on March 1st, I get a call to go bowling. You know I'm a bowler because we bowled
Yep.
together.
Yeah.
I get a call. It was a Sunday night. I'm doing nothing at the house. There's a 6 o'clock league. My buddy runs it. He's the president. So he texts me. He says, somebody needs a sub. You want to come down and sub? Sure, why not? I've bowled in this league a handful of times. Nice people. I figure, what the hell? I'll go down for a beer and hang out. So I go down and I bowl with this group, and I know them. I've subbed for them before. And I go over to see my buddy. I won't use names, but I say, hey, what's up, man? I shake his hand.
Gotcha.
He says, yeah, bowl with these guys. They're good guys, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the night, I didn't talk to him the rest of the day. I was bowling. At the end of the night, he came over. How'd you do? I did really good. Shook my hand, and we said goodbye. Now, a couple of days later, Tuesday, I go to the bowling alley on my real league, and I don't see him there. He's on another team, but I don't see him. Somebody says, I said, where is he? And he said, oh, he's really sick. I almost said his name. They said he's really sick. He's like got pneumonia or something. And I was like, oh wow, So I chatted him up. I texted him, are you okay? No, I'm doing really bad. The whole thing. I'm really sick. He said, and we weren't thinking coronavirus at the time. This is 3 weeks ago.
Right.
He said, I think I got bronchitis. I'm going to the doctor. He had a high fever, the same thing. Anyway, fast forward now. Now this is Tuesday that I talked to him, and he told me he was sick. I don't get a symptom until like Thursday. I'm sitting there, and I also bowl in the Thursday night league, the league that you were in, and I'm president of that league. So I was getting ready. It was a 9 o'clock league. I'm getting ready to go to bowling. I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, my wife, and all of a sudden I got this feeling, like the back of my neck started getting a chill, and I started feeling like hot. When you get that weird feeling.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, something's going on. I ran upstairs, got a thermometer, 101. So now I'm like, holy crap, I got 101 fever. So obviously I didn't go bowling that night.
Oh, good. Yeah. Wow.
My wife immediately says, okay, you're going to sleep down in the family room, which is where I've been quarantined. I'm in this room right now. So from the moment I got one symptom, I basically quarantined myself, started wearing my mask, like I have, and my wife started wearing a mask, and my son, they stayed upstairs. So basically, I self-quarantined myself the moment that I had a symptom.
Wow. Now,
here's the weird part. I came in contact with my friend on a Sunday. He was now after I got sick, we chatted again. I said, oh my God, I'm getting fevers too. What's going on? He said, go get tested. I just got tested too. But anyway, I said to him, were you feeling sick that Sunday that I saw you? And he said, yes. So it's my theory.
Wow.
My theory on this is that you're only really contagious with this virus when you get symptoms. Because Joe, I saw him on Sunday, and obviously that's where I got my contacts. I went to work. I went to work Monday, took the train into the city. I went to work on Tuesday. Tuesday night, I went bowling. All my bowling buddies. I must have shook 50 hands that night. Wednesday, I went to work. Thursday, I went to work. So 4 days go by. I'm sitting with my train buddies. I have a group of train buddies that I sit with. There's like little 4-seaters.
Yeah.
I see them every day. None of them got sick. All my bowling buddies that I bowl with, the teams, nobody from the bowling alley got sick because
nobody got sick.
Nobody. And my wife and son, who I'm sleeping in the same bed with my wife. I'm having dinner with my wife and my son every night. They didn't get sick.
Right. So the 4 days before you were with your wife.
Correct. Like nothing. I had no symptoms. I was walking around like clueless.
Right.
I didn't know I didn't know I could have been sick. I didn't know I was about to get sick.
Yeah.
So people are talking about, symptomatic, non-symptomatic, carrying the contagion. You know, like all I know, Joe, is that for 4 days, I mean, I didn't go like, you know, I didn't go out anywhere, but I did go bowling. You know, and I was around a lot of people.
Right.
Nobody got sick. Nobody at work got sick.
Wow.
I have 2 other partners that I sit right next to on a desk, you know, a trading desk. None of them got sick. Nobody. I walk around the other desks. I always say hello to all the guys, you know. Nobody got sick at work, on the train, or at the bowling alley, or in my house.
Wow.
4 days.
That's
so
crazy.
It is. So I'm thinking, my theory is that you're contagious when you get symptomatic.
And he had corona, right? He got tested and he had corona.
He did get tested. Well, he had, but originally when he got tested, they said you have a major case of pneumonia. He had bacterial pneumonia. But then we found out that that's part of the coronavirus, because when I finally went to the hospital, I was home here for a full week. Okay. It was Thursday night that I got sick. Obviously I didn't go to work Friday. I worked from home. So I was home, and then I was getting high fevers. So I didn't go anywhere. Again, I wasn't thinking coronavirus. I was thinking,
right. Just thinking sick.
I'm thinking, I'm sick. I got maybe a viral infection. So I went to the hospital. So I'm sick on Thursday. Friday, the next day, I'm working from home. My wife says, you know what? Why don't we go to Hackensack Hospital just in case?
Yeah.
I'm thinking because at that point it was like only people that were out of the country, you know.
Right.
So we did go to Hackensack Hospital. We called them in advance, told them we'd be coming in. I wore a mask. We went to the ER. They took me right in. They did all the tests for everything but the COVID-19.
Right.
Because they said I wasn't the right demographic, and I was only sick a day. So they really didn't want to jump the gun. There was limited tests. So they took all they give me, they gave me that swab up the nose, which is horrible. But anyway, they did all the tests. They did 4 other coronaviruses, because this is like the 5th coronavirus that's going around right now.
Right.
Everything came back negative. They did a chest X-ray. They said, we really don't see much. You know, they said, you probably just got a virus, a viral infection. So go home just to try to run it out. And if it gets worse, then see your primary. So I go home, and the fevers are going up. I'm getting chills. The chills at night were horrible. I had blankets on me. I had sweatsuits, sweatpants and sweatshirts. Horrible. That was the worst probably symptom of all was with these chills, but because then it affects your breathing too. But anyway, I got to the point where I got so bad, my wife says, let's go to the doctor. So that was Wednesday. So now it's Friday to Wednesday, basically Thursday to Wednesday. So almost a full week that I'm sick.
Or being sick. Wow.
I go to my doctor, and he's listening to my chest, and he says, okay, I'm going to give you the COVID-19 test. He has it there in the office. So they do the test. But of course he says it's going to take 3-4 days to get back, because LabCorp, they're getting bombarded. They couldn't do it. So, right. So I leave the doctor. I go back home. He says, if you have any other problems, go to Valley Hospital. He's affiliated with Valley. Okay. Next day, I'm sitting on the couch like I am now. I'm trading on my laptop, and I'm coughing like nobody's business. I can't stop coughing. I mean, it just is such a violent, like it wasn't hurting, but I just couldn't breathe. It was cough, cough, cough. My wife comes down from upstairs. She goes, okay, that's it. I can't listen to you this anymore. You need to go to the hospital. So she calls Valley Hospital. We go to the ER. I wore my mask again, and we went there, and they did the test again. They gave me their own test, obviously, but they knew it was going to take a few days.
Right.
They also did a CAT scan of my chest, and this was what happened. When the CAT scan came back, they said it looks like I have a case of pneumonia. So then they started worrying, and they said, you know what? This is what we've been seeing or hearing that coronavirus victims are getting. Is this pneumonia? Just like my friend, he had pneumonia also. Joe, I lost you. There you go. Wait, okay. Hold on. Sorry. Yep. So the when they saw the CAT scan and they saw how bad it was, they were like, "You're getting admitted." So I'm like, "Okay, what exactly are you going to do for me?" And they're like, "We got to keep an observation because your lungs don't look good. You're sounding horrible. You're coughing." I mean, I was coughing nonstop. So they admitted me. They put me in an isolation room in Valley Hospital. And
Wow.
I said goodbye to my wife, and that was it. I didn't see her for a week. Nobody was allowed to visit.
Oh
You know,
man.
no, the only people I could see was the nurse and the doctor that came in once a day. You know, the nurses came in, gave me my food and stuff, but it was me, my phone, and the TV for 7 straight days. It was horrible.
Wow, dude.
And they really couldn't do anything because there's no medicine for this virus. It's a virus. Virals don't,
Right.
you know, it's not bacterial, it's a virus. So they were giving me Tylenol to try to reduce my fever, and my head was pounding. So that was helping me. And then I was coughing so much, I finally turned to one of the nurses. I said, can I get some like cough suppressant or something? You know, like, and they're like, yeah, let me talk to the doctor. The doctor prescribed a cough suppressant with codeine. And that helped a lot because I mean, I was nonstop. So it kind of calmed me down a little bit. And they gave me IV fluids because, they saw I was dehydrating,
Right.
So that was it for 7 days. I didn't have much of an appetite. I was eating, half my breakfast, half my lunch, half my dinner,
Wow.
I lost 8 pounds. I came home. When I came home, I felt thin. Like, when you feel like, first thing I did when I came home was take a shower because I didn't shower for 7 straight days. And I smelled horrible. I was literally just once a day I could get up out of bed because I was so exhausted. Once a day I would get out of bed, go to the bathroom and brush my teeth and wash myself with a cloth. But, it wasn't like a shower.
Right.
Once a day. That was it. That was the only time I could get up. And I would go to the bathroom, shower, wash my face, wash my neck, my under, just do it like a and that was it. So I came home, took a nice hot shower. First thing I did, I shaved because I had a 9-day growth and I don't have it looked horrible. I mean, I looked like a caveman and I got on the scale and I was 8 pounds less than
that's a lot. That's it.
So, so now I've been eating well. I'm trying to get my strength back. The fevers are gone. Thank God. The chills are gone. I was 98.6 this morning when I checked, so I still got this little, sorry. It still comes and goes. I'm trying not to take the cough medicine anymore. I just try to wean off of it. I'll take it once a day before I go to bed so I don't cough myself, into sleep. I stopped taking the Tylenol because I don't need it. And, it's really bad on your liver and your stomach.
Yeah.
I was taking like 650 milligrams 4 times a day.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wow.
But I needed it, because it was helping me. It was helping bring the chills down. When I was getting these chills, Joe, it was like.
They were that intense?
like I've never had before. I mean, everybody's had the chills, right? Once,
whatever.
You get the flu, you get sick. It was so intense that my chest was like spasming. I was getting, and I couldn't breathe. Oh, so here, one night, this is the peak. And this was like last Monday. I was getting the chills really bad. I ring the nurse. She comes in. She sees me. I can't breathe. I'm coughing like crazy. And I really couldn't breathe. So she calls this respiratory team at Valley Hospital. 10 minutes later, I got like 5 or 6 people around me. They're taking my blood. They're giving me oxygen. I'm scared out of my mind. And I hear one of them say, I think we should bring him to ICU and intubate him. I was like, no way. I'm like, no way. Now, hindsight, I probably should have been like, yes, please, because I was so bad.
Right.
But Joe, in my mind, I'm just saying, if I go there, I'm dying. Like, this is, this was going through my head. I said, if I go into ICU and they put a tube down my throat, they're going to have to put me out. They're going to have to sedate me. I said, I might not ever wake up. And I was scared out of my mind.
And so no one's allowed to see you, so no one's around you.
No, there was just nurses and doctors at that time. And I'm like, no way, guys. I'm not going to ICU. I'm not doing this. And my nurse is looking at me like, John, this is the team. This is what they do. I said, no way. Give me some time. Just give me some time. And Joe, I don't know if it was a freaking miracle or what, but like within 15, 20 minutes, my chills started calming down. My breathing started calming down. And I was so much better. And they're looking at me like, what the hell just happened? My nurse was like, holy crap. I look like I needed to go to ICU 10 minutes ago. and I was fine.
Wow.
I told the team, I said, thank you so much for coming. I'm good. If I need you, I'll call you. And the nurse, who's a great lady, this lady Danielle there, she just looked at me and she was like, are you sure? You were like really bad 10 minutes ago. I'm like, I'm not kidding. I'm feeling so much better right now. So I don't know if that was the peak of it. And that was like that was like day 11, 12, somewhere in there. And then after that, Joe, every day I got a little better. The next day I woke up, took my temperature. I had no temperature at all. I had 99 or something, And the chills were I was only having the chills once a day. And it was always the same time of night. It was like 6 o'clock at night. I would get the chills but it was lessening. I think they used to last like 2 hours. Like, it was a long extended time. Wow. Now they're going like an hour, 45 minutes, half an hour, so like I could feel it coming. I would get it. I would just ride it out.
And then it was going down.
And it was done. And that in my mind, that's why in my mind I was saying, you know what? I'm going to get through this because this is like I'm peaking. And when you're in a hospital for 7 days straight, you know what day it is. Like since your symptom, I know March 5th, today's the 12th. It's, it's 7 days. Today's the 19th. It's, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, I know how many days it's been. And I'm going, please, dear God, let what they've been saying be true, that it's only 14 days,
Right.
And I got to say, it was pretty damn close.
Right.
So my doctor finally came to me. He says, it's been 14 days since your first symptom. I don't think you're contagious anymore. You don't have a fever. There's really nothing we can do for you here anymore. He's like, do you want to go home? And I was like, oh God, thank you. Yes, I want to go home.
Yeah.
So I called my wife and she came pick me up. I took a couple of extra, masks home and she's wearing them and I'm wearing them. And, this is, and I'm, I said to him, I said, am I contagious? What's the protocol here? He said, well, definitely keep yourself quarantined for another week. And I said, you know what? I'm doing it for 2 weeks because honestly, they really don't know exactly how many days.
They don't know, right?
Nobody really knows for sure, So I just said to myself, I'm going to stay self-quarantined for another 2 weeks, which is hard because I'm in my house. I haven't even touched my wife to say hello or give her a kiss in 3 weeks. I haven't hugged my son in almost 3 weeks.
Wow.
It's been, you take that stuff for granted,
Yeah, no.
I haven't slept in my bed, Joe. I haven't slept in my bed since March 4th. Today's the 23rd. I've been on this couch. Thank God I have a comfortable couch. I have this couch and I was in the bed, in the hospital bed, and then right back here. So, it is what it is. But there's so much ignorance out there. People going out, doing these crazy things, going out, still. Yeah.
What do you tell the people out there? What do you say?
Stop. Please stop. The only way this curve is going to slow down and flatten is if you stay inside. Don't be an idiot. I see people at Costco. There's hundreds of people at Costco buying toilet paper. Jesus, just stop, Give it a break. It's not going to stop if you continue to do the same things you're doing. So my advice, please, just quarantine yourselves. It's not that bad. I mean, it is.
Could be a lot worse.
In a house.
Could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse, I thank God I have a nice house. I have this family room here is like a little apartment. I have my own bathroom, my own, so I have my own shower. I have the big screen TV down here, so I get the best TV in the house.
Yeah.
And so I'm able to function okay. I went outside today and I did some laps around the yard, get some fresh air after I finished working. Even tried jogging a little bit, but that wasn't smart. I'm still a little dizzy. I mean, it's going to take time for my lungs to get back to where. And Joe, I'm a triathlete. I was training for Ironman. I still am.
Yeah, just so you guys know, John's cancer survivor 2 years ago. Very active, very athletic, golf, bowling, you name it. I mean, you name it, you do it.
I to stay active, So 2 years ago, I was training for Ironman Louisville. I get cancer in March too. Same month. March is not a good month for me.
March is not a good
month for me. And then this March, I'm training for Ironman Lake Placid, and I get this thing. So this is basically going to take a month out of my training schedule, which is a lot. When you're doing the kind of
when you're training
training,
for that,
I mean, when you're training, I mean, I'm I'm supposed to be doing 3 hours on a bike and then following with an hour run on the weekend, plus all during the week doing things, and I'm doing zilch.
Yeah.
So it's,
well, you'll get back to it.
I'm hoping to get back to it. I'm hoping they don't cancel the race.
Right.
Another, but so again, thank God I was in good shape, I think, to go through this. The people that you hear that are dying, unfortunately, are the elderly, and a lot of people already that have some kind of respiratory lung issues. And I got to be honest, I could see it because, like I said, I'm in pretty damn good shape, and it hit me that hard that I couldn't breathe. If you're a smoker, if you're in bad shape, it's going to hit you a lot worse. So
wow,
thank God I was in shape. Thank God I've been training and thank God I got through it. So, eventually I'll get rid of this cough and I'll be back to normal. And hopefully I'll never get it again. They say there's antibodies now. Who knows? Who knows? I see reports that now that they're going to the coronavirus survivors and they're saying that their plasma has antibodies in them. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know if I want to be a lab rat, but it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild stuff.
Yeah. Well, this hat, I've been wearing this hat.
That's my story.
My hope hat. Well, good. I call this my hope hat. I've been wearing this hat since we shut down a week ago. My hope bracelet. And I hope that you continue to stay healthy, my man. And I know you're a strong guy. There's the reason why I definitely want to do this for you guys is John. I'm inspired by him. He's just, I don't know. You inspire me, dude. I don't know exactly. I don't know if I can put it into words, but just you're just a strong guy, man. And I know you're gonna make it through.
I've been through a lot. Cancer wasn't easy. Obviously, going through surgeries and the chemo and the radiation, and I came out of it the other side and beat it. And then this thing, it's just another part of your journey. You never know. You just really never know what God hands you. And there's a great saying that somebody said to me. They said, they said, man, you're a real tough son of a bitch. I said, you never know how tough you are.
I love that.
Until there's no choice. And I live by that.
I love that.
I'm a regular guy, Joe. But you know what? When you got to be tough, you got to be tough. And you just got to get through it.
Yep.
So anybody out there listening, just if God forbid you get this, here I am, regular dude, got through it, and you could get through it too. Just have faith, listen to your doctors, nurses, stay, and most of all, stay home, stay quarantined. If you have any symptoms at all, stay home and stay away from your family. I mean, literally, don't see your wife and kids or your husband. Stay away from them. It's a small sacrifice for the better good. I am so thankful. I mean, out of all this, I'm so thankful I didn't get my wife and son sick. I'm so thankful I didn't get any of my bowling buddies. So thankful I didn't get anybody on the train or at work sick. I mean, that would have, and listen, and nobody would have blamed me for it, because just like I don't blame my friend for getting me sick. He didn't create the virus. He didn't create it. He just got it and went about his day just like anybody else would. There's nothing, you can't blame somebody for getting, for giving you the virus. You just can't. Unless he's being stupid and he knows he's symptomatic now and he's going around, that's when you have to really be smart and say, if you have any symptoms, just stay home. Don't take that chance of giving it to somebody, because honestly, you can kill somebody. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to take anybody's lives in my hands. That's why I said I'll do it for an extra 2 weeks. I don't care. I am not going outside and risking somebody else's life. No way.
Wow, God bless you. That's great. That's awesome.
I won't do it. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Good luck to you.
All right, brother. Thank you, man.
When this thing is over, you'll be back up and running, and you got a great business there, and your crew will be back, and I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Awesome, man.
Got it.
I'll talk to you soon. All right, John?